Hello and welcome. In this tutorial we are going to discuss about Python keywords and identifiers. So the keywords in Python are predefined reserved words used in Python programming that has special meanings to the compiler. Predefined means decided, set or arranged already. To simplify this, just take an example of a classroom. What comes in mind? Teacher, student, chairs, table, whiteboard, etc. So these things are predefined to a classroom. Same is the case with keywords for Python. Reserved word means a small set of keywords that designate special language functionality. For example, principal in a school is a reserved word and class teacher is again a reserved word. Both have their own functionality and scope. As keywords are predefined reserved words in Python programming language, so they are already occupied, so we cannot use keyword for variable name or any function name or any other identifier. There are multiple keywords in Python programming language, but keep in mind all other keywords are in lowercase other than these three: true, false and none. Identifiers are the name given to variables, classes or methods. Means it gives identity to a variable, class and method, so that at any stage in future you can remember or recall what was the purpose of a variable, class or method by just looking at the identifier. When you have lengthy complex codes, the identifiers make your life really simpler. So here is an example. Language is equal to Python. Language being declared as variable or identifier, and Python is the value which is being held by variable language. The variable itself is very understandable and we use the value Python in it. As you know, there are other languages like C, C++, Java, PHP. You can use this language variable for any of these languages. So this variable language is simpler and understandable. And at any stage, whenever we look at our variable language, we will know what this identifier or variable is all about. We cannot use keywords as variable names. Keywords are reserved names that are built into Python. Here using return is equal to Python seems okay as we have declared a variable return and storing a value Python in it. It is not fine. You know the reason why? Because return is a keyword and we cannot use keywords as variable names. There are some rules for naming an identifier. Identifiers cannot be a keyword. Identifiers are case sensitive. White spaces are not allowed for an identifier. It is a good practice to start an identifier with a letter rather than underscore. Identifiers can be a sequence of letters and digits. The first letter of an identifier cannot be a digit. We cannot use symbols like exclamation mark, @ hash, $, and so on for the identifier. Things to remember for Python variables and identifiers. Python is case sensitive, so variable with all small letters and first letter capital are two different variables. Always name an identifier which makes sense, as c is equal to 10 is valid, but using count is equal to 10 is more sensible and easy to figure out as compared to c is equal to 10. We can use multiple words for Python variables and identifiers just by separating them by underscore, like I_am_a_ variable. So this is the brief intro of Python variables and identifiers.